everyone's focus in the company. His COO, his everybody, like you just start looking across the board. Everybody's all of a sudden focused on this little problem that seems little, and everyone's frustrated and angry and upset because why are we focusing on this little problem? And the owner had a thing for finding things that he knew if those things were happening, it meant that the values and the things that were important to him about how the company should run aren't running well. And that was the only way that he was finding a way to communicate what he was really thinking and feeling about the trajectory of the company and how people were directing it. The leaders that he had engaged over time weren't able to see through to the clarity of the mission and understand that concept of what was happening. It became a repetitive over and over of hitting a ceiling and falling, hitting a ceiling and falling, because there was a discrepancy where the leaders would be like, just let us run this and yell at us if you need to, just let us run this, or get out of the way and let us run this. And that turned into a repetitive pattern of trying to fix it, trying to help, trying to move it forward, and then backing up. And then the company would hit this high, it would start to fall apart because no one had the vision. So how do you help that individual bring his vision and carry the vision forward? All it was about really, again, bringing all of the values that were important to him and driving those into the job descriptions and into the culture so that everyone in the company could begin to discuss and talk about how they are honoring those values in their behavior. So that when a pinpointing conversation came up that didn't speak to the higher values of the organization, it changed the conversation of how. That was a very complex, more difficult thing to find because it became so personal to people and then became a cause. There had become a cause inside the company to protect people from these types of things happening, and it separated people. So one of the things that will help you move forward faster and smoother towards your goals is to get anyone helping you, anyone working with you, any of your team working all in the same direction. There was an organization that we went into and we started doing a series of workshops and a series of coaching for the executive team. And this executive team had a really large task ahead of them. They needed to bring about, I think at the time, the number grew, but at the time it was 20 or $30 million to the bottom line of this organization. And they were also going through a transition where the senior leader of this team, the division leader of this team, was moving on and was in the middle of a succession plan. The key executives reported to this person were infighting and having problems.